This film cost over $1.5 billion, creating realistic zombie siege scenes, with millions of zombies attacking the city, making viewers' hair stand on end, and shouting with excitement. If there were a zombie movie ranking, this film would definitely be on it. Now let's revisit this epic zombie masterpiece. From 11 years ago, the story begins one morning in Ghost Town. Peter encounters traffic. Like anyone, he wonders about the cause. Suddenly, an explosion ahead. Peter senses something's wrong. Passing officer warns him, "Don't come out." But before finishing, he's hit by a truck. The driver seems clearly unstable. Alert, Peter feels something's off. He follows the path cleared by trucks to leave, but at the crossroads collides with out-of-control vehicles. Peter's family of 4 survives the crash. Still alive, they see crowds fleeing everywhere. Some show strange symptoms. The street descends into chaos. No time to think. Peter quickly guides his family to escape. At this moment, he witnesses the full frenzy process. He counts mentally. Just 10 seconds, they lose consciousness entirely, turning into savage creatures. Peter's family enters an RV. As they start driving, an infected man bursts in. Paid years for this. What the heck, just driving off? Luckily, Peter's wife kicks him off with a javelin. More people get bitten. Zombie numbers grow like snowballs. Ghost Town becomes a real ghost town. Peter's family speeds. Reaching safety. Bad luck strikes. The daughter has an asthma attack. They need to find medication. At that moment, Peter gets a call from his friend Marcus. Marcus is a top UN official. He says, "Rescue helicopter is coming." Hope arrives. But first, they must find the asthma medicine. They enter a large supermarket. Looters ransack the place. Society has collapsed. To survive, they grab essentials. Peter's wife joins the frenzy. Taking whatever she can, Peter searches the pharmacy aisle for the medicine. When he returns, thugs attack his wife. Without warning, they shoot at her. Peter returns fire. She breaks free. Gunshots draw police attention. Peter instinctively raises his hands. Cops ignore them. They are here to loot too. Outside the store, their camper is stolen. Peter calls Marcus for help. Marcus says, helicopters are unavailable until dawn at earliest. Left no choice, they shelter in a nearby building. Strange though, zombies ignore a drinking old man. The family flees through dark hallways. Mexican family offers refuge. Crisis averted for now. To repay their kindness, Peter decided at dawn he could lead them to escape. But old bro rejected his offer. Since no one reached the rooftop alive, Peter understood his concern and didn't insist, just crafted some simple gear. At daybreak, he quietly led his family out, but upon opening the stairway door, zombies swarmed toward them. Though Peter was prepared, the gunshots drew every zombie in the building. All 4 bolted. But the zombies were too fast. To shield his family, Peter stayed behind to hold them off. Got something great for you all. Recently upgraded my phone. Watching films is way smoother now. Old phone went to iHuishu. Trusted specialist says they're listed. Compared all options. iHuishu gave the best value. Over 2,000 stores nationwide. In major shopping malls. Or schedule pickups. Engineers collect with instant payment. In short, for used devices, trust listed iHuishu. As Peter got overwhelmed, a gunshot saved him from a nearby Mexican family's boy. After Peter left, zombies broke into old bro's home. Only the boy survived. They rushed to the rooftop. Peter's wife lit a flare, but Peter ran to the edge, prepared to jump down. The 10-second countdown begins now. Zombie blood splashed into his mouth earlier. He wasn't sure if that would turn him into one of them. Fortunately, he remained unaffected. At that moment, the plane spotted the signal overhead. But the zombie horde arrived too. Peter held the door alone against them. Fortunate he took precautions. After his wife and daughter boarded, he finally sprinted away. Covering soldiers provided protection up front, letting him escape this nightmare. Next, they landed on a warship. Peter reunited with Marcus only to learn he was rescued, not because of their long friendship, but to investigate this global crisis. Peter was actually a retired top investigator. The outbreak was worldwide. This sudden virus spread. Even the president transformed, and bit the vice president at the White House. Intelligence suggested the outbreak's origin most likely began in Korea. Finding the virus source was crucial for developing a cure faster. Marcus's recommendation gave Peter this opportunity. The captain stated, if he goes, his family can stay aboard, perfectly safe. Otherwise they all get kicked out. Damn it, this annoying zombie virus ruins everything, surviving the apocalypse only for a business trip. He knew this mission might be one way, so he bid proper farewell to his wife, giving her a satellite phone. As long as calls connected, it meant he survived this crisis. Peter's recon team departed by plane with a virologist aboard. The expert felt his 2 decades of intense research had prepared him for this moment to save the world. He was terrifyingly powerful now, considering his unique approach. The director had prepared a special fate for him. Soon enough, the plane reached South Korea, but zombies swarmed them instantly upon landing. 2 soldiers fell as the panicked expert fled. He then tripped, causing his gun to go off, killing him accidentally in the chaos. Both survivors and zombies froze in stunned silence. After a brief pause, they snapped back to reality and fled. Though the virologist died, Peter carried on his mission at the base. The commander revealed this room was where the Korean virus originated. The commander explained, the first zombie turned while being examined by military doctors. It suddenly transformed, then began biting others. As a last resort, they incinerated everyone inside the room. Now only twitching fingers remained. Yet how soldiers got infected remained unknown to the commander. What perplexed them was how that limping sick soldier escaped being attacked at all. While pondering this mystery, detained CIA spy made a startling claim. He stated, one nation built anti-zombie walls before the outbreak, clearly anticipating the crisis. That's where answers might lie. Turned out he was key to unlocking this new plot. This is like kickstarting a new chapter. So the group arrived at the location mentioned by the NPC, Jerusalem. It truly matched his description. Dozens of meters high walls had been built. Now inside and outside the walls are separate worlds, as UN scouts. They soon met the high-ranking official Yuri. Yuri explained, they accidentally intercepted a confidential Indian intelligence report containing footage of soldiers fighting zombies. Yuri then overcame opposition, persuaded leadership to build this wall, unexpectedly creating a safe haven. He added, the virus might have multiple origins. Given the current situation, it's virtually impossible to trace them. They were deep in conversation, unaware catastrophe approached. Survivors celebrating their survival got carried away singing loudly. The sudden outburst of noise drew countless zombies toward them. Amid chaos, hordes of zombies attacked relentlessly, forming human pyramids. Frantically climbing upward, Peter noticed first something was wrong, but when he reacted, it was too late. Hordes of zombies fell from the wall and swarmed forward like nothing happened. Military helicopters immediately strafed zombies outside the wall, but such firepower meant nothing against millions of zombies. Zombies surged like a tidal wave. Within minutes, this supposed last haven was completely overrun, all because of a beautiful song. Peter witnessed something utterly bizarre amidst the chaos. All the zombies were avoiding an elderly man nearing his end and a gaunt, sickly bald child. But with the situation critical, there was no time to delay. The soldiers desperately covered Peter's escape, but the horde was too massive, chasing them right into the building. A soldier named Sarah was bitten while protecting Peter, unfortunately infected by a zombie. Seeing this, Peter acted instantly, swinging his blade down. After tens of seconds seeing Sarah unharmed, he then led her onward. To make matters worse, the pilot who had flown Peter there fled in terror, abandoning him completely. Fortunately at the last moment, they commandeered a civilian aircraft about to take off, and escaped safely from this zombie overrun hell on earth. Aboard the plane, Peter recalled how the horde avoided the old man and child, connecting it to the limping zombie earlier. He suddenly had an epiphany. He immediately contacted Marcus, using Marcus' UN Secretary General authority, ordered the pilot to land at the nearest to base. But en route, Small Dog kept barking incessantly. Flight attendant, driven by curiosity, opened the crate where the dog slept. Peter was first to sense something wrong in the rear cabin. Quick glance confirmed trouble. Sheer pandemonium broke out. He urgently signaled passengers to stay calm, then methodically took command, blocked the aisle with suitcases. But unexpected trouble followed. Noise immediately attracted hordes of zombies, who swarmed in instantly. This was happening at 30,000 feet. No chance of survival anywhere. No, there might be a way. He grabbed a grenade from Sarah and pulled the pin, and threw it forward. Bang! The powerful blast wave hurled all the zombies outward. Mayday, mayday, mayday. The cockpit kept broadcasting distress signals. At that moment, Peter helped Sarah fasten her seatbelt quickly. Then, the moment of death arrived. Peter survived thanks to the protagonist's luck, but his kidney was pierced by shrapnel. Fortunately, Sarah remained unharmed. Only 2 people survived the entire plane crash. Even Captain Max didn't make it out alive. They supported each other, walking to the Sanctuary Center's entrance. Peter couldn't hold on any longer. When he woke up, he was inside the sanctuary. Some uninfected experts had taken refuge there. Peter immediately shared his idea. He said, all living things instinctively seek to reproduce, zombie virus included. But they instinctively choose healthy hosts to reproduce, while those near death carrying fatal diseases get ignored by their instincts. This is the zombie virus's powerful ability, but also its greatest weakness. So infecting yourself with a curable deadly virus makes you invisible to zombies. He came here to test this theory. After hearing this, although they thought it sounded foolish, it seemed worth a shot. Perfect timing. The zombies here are test subjects. But the big problem is all curable lethal viruses are stored in Quarantine Sector B. That area is crawling with zombies. Going there is extremely dangerous, but there is no turning back. They had to improvise basic protection. Peter and Sarah entered Sector B. Researcher familiar with the layout led the way. The 3 moved without making any sound. Avoiding detection became harder as they neared their destination. Zombie numbers increased drastically. Just then, the researcher accidentally made noise, immediately alerting nearby zombies. Sarah shot it dead. But gunfire attracted more zombies. No choice. Peter used himself as bait to distract them, so the other 2 could retrieve pathogens. While Peter fought off zombies, the researcher found more zombies guarding pathogen storage. No choice. They abandoned the mission. Returned to Sector A. Teammates saw the situation on monitors, rushed to evacuate them, barely escaping disaster. Bad news is, Peter escaped those zombies. Storage area zombies followed Sarah's group. He could safely retrieve pathogens. Worse news is, he couldn't identify the target pathogens. Grabbed several samples into a metal box, then realized, one zombie wasn't distracted, blocking the only exit. They stood frozen, awkwardly staring at each other. The temperature was very low. Dragging this out any longer would eventually freeze us to death. He decided to inject himself with the pathogen, but he didn't know which vial contained the effective strain. That was the biggest risk. Truth was, he wasn't sure if this would even work. With no way back, there was nothing left to hesitate about. He randomly selected one vial and injected it. After waiting a moment, he mustered courage to open the door. Zombies immediately charged in nose-to-nose with him, but he showed no fear. His gamble paid off. The zombies didn't attack him. Teammates in surveillance cried tears of joy. This meant humanity finally had a weapon against the undead. Now relaxed, Rick sipped his drink and an unopened soda, then made loud noises, drawing every zombie's attention. He sauntered straight through the horde, like it was nothing. Back in Zone A, teammates promptly administered the matching antidote. They broadcast this breakthrough worldwide. Global cooperation created a vaccine masquerading as infection, harmless to humans. Mass distribution enabled humans to eradicate zombies freely. Though the virus might